This Wednesday of Holy Week is oftentimes referred to as Spy Wednesday, referring to Judas, the spy who betrays Jesus. Because we hear in today's gospel account about the betrayal, how he goes out to the chief priests and hands over Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. And this betrayal is a really tragic thing on a lot of levels. The betrayal of Judas toward his master, his friend, who has been with him all this time, and yet he hands him over. It's also betrayal and that we don't really know what's going on behind in Judas's mind. We don't know the psychology there. But what the Gospels do make clear is that he's operating under the power of another. Because he has kind of broken with this friendship with Jesus, the evil one has been allowed to enter in. That it says that in one of the Gospels that Satan entered into Judas. Or also that when in the Gospel of John, when Judas leaves the Last Supper, it says that it was night. That there is now darkness. There's darkness now because of this plan has now gone into motion. And the tragedy of Judas is twofold. Yes, his betrayal of Jesus and his lack of hope in him there. But also the second tragedy is the lack of hope in mercy, in love. Because of Judas's betrayal, he tries to walk it back and tries to undo it, tries to have Jesus released. He says that I have sinned before the chief priests and the scribes, trying to give the money back. And after that doesn't work, he despairs of any hope for himself, eventually killing himself because of his sin. The difference between Judas and Peter is simply that, the return to Jesus and asking for forgiveness, or allowing Jesus to offer forgiveness. So often in our lives we betray the Lord by the sins that we commit, by the ways that we don't stand up for the Lord in some way or another in our conversations, by whatever things we do in our lives that are just contrary to Him. But I think the bigger betrayal can be our not trusting in His mercy, because His mercy is so much greater than anything that we could do to Him. It doesn't give us free license to do anything, but it's also the greatest gifts that He wants to give us, His mercy and love, to say that He forgives us even when we betrayed Him. So today on this Spy Wednesday, let us remember that we can betray the Lord, but that the Lord will always forgive as well if we come back to Him with a contrite heart. It doesn't mean that everything's okay. It doesn't mean that everything is going to be fine now, but the Lord forgives, and we're called to forgive in the same way. Let's ask for that grace today, and especially as we enter into these holy days of the Triduum, that we might not betray the Lord in any way, but if we do, that we come back to Him who is rich in mercy.